But we're gonna start and finish with one word today: perspective. Because the key to what you can achieve and the happiness you have within those achievements comes down to a simple mindset of perspective. I'd like you to parallel this into your life, personally and professionally. Compare my literal battles in a ring with what you figuratively go through every day in your challenges. The thing I'd always wondered, sometimes fantasized about, was right there in front of me. And this was my moment of truth. I knew I could forget about it. Greg would never bring it up again. Listen, I'm a 56-year-old guy with a lifetime of chronic injuries. I have every reason not to do this. But I knew there are moments in our life when we get to decide who we are, and more importantly, who we want to be, no matter how daunting. And I knew, for me, the scariest thing was standing in front of another man that had the skill, the malice, the intent to render me unconscious, to do it in front of a crowd. It was frightening. But I also knew I would never be more alive than that moment. Because it's not gonna happen when you expect it. Those moments, they're gonna happen out of opportunity, but more often those moments are gonna come as adversity. You might not be prepared, you might not have the skill set. That might be the struggle you're going through right now. But what you'll see is the power of the unified team and the perspective that we have of how we approach those moments allows for growth we've never realized. Because the truth is, most of our stress is wrapped around the words problems and obstacles. And that's a cancer of our thought process that impedes both our growth and our ability to appreciate that growth. You're supposed to be exhausted. You're supposed to be tired. You're supposed to be sore, because if you're not, then you're not a fighter, and you're not growing, and you'll never be a champion. Catch this. But you gotta want it. You gotta wait for the suck to come. You gotta wait to be exhausted. You gotta wait till you can't breathe. You gotta wait till you're getting your butt kicked. And you've gotta own that moment as your moment of growth. I didn't have a great day sparring. But what I did, that Saturday morning, I beat the Stuart Dansby that showed up to spar Friday afternoon. I got this much better. And that was my oxygen. What if we looked at our problems and obstacles simply as challenges? And we as a team, Nielsen, Massey, Vanilla, just made a commitment to say, we're gonna beat yesterday's version of ourselves and use that little improvement as our oxygen to keep moving forward. I turned to face the crowd to absorb their energy. And in that moment, they gave me their strength, and there was no place else in the world I wanted to be than right there. There's two valuable things I've learned here. One is, what I learned from losing is what allowed me to be a champion. And two is, the rock-solid faith of a team is what gave me the strength to keep going when I would have quit 100 times over. We started this conversation with a statement. The key to what you can achieve and the happiness you have within that achievement comes down to a simple mindset of perspective.